There it goes. Hello, YouTube. Sorry. My computer crashed and it freaked out really bad. So, you're gonna miss a part of whatever happened. I don't even know if it's connected. This is starting to annoy me. There's a guy in the NFL and he looks like iDubbbz if he was in shape. He has the same bad haircut. Okay, I can't. Okay, no. Okay, cool. It is live. Alright, we're good. Awesome. Hello, YouTube. I'll change this, don't worry. Yeah. There goes. Get rid of all those fences. There we go. Oops. Oh yeah, advertising campaigns. Free entry to the park. Yep. So I'm going to pause so that all of these are at the same time. Free rides on a particular ride. Doesn't matter if the ride's free. Anyway, somebody's going to come in with a voucher. Half price entry to the park. Free food or drink. Free hot dogs. Because it always bugs me when this stuff's out of sync. So, boop. Advertising campaign for a particular ride. Grapevine. After a certain point, Grapevine's going to get so old that nobody wants to ride it. We've all been there. So I think... oh yeah, it's built this year. Right. This one is also built this year? Yeah. Yeah, there's, in... I think it's Mel's World? Or is it, I think it's Katie's World. Which is based on, or I think it's Katie's Dreamland. It's based on a real park, but it has a ride called the Storm, which is based on a real ride. That thing is like 104 years old in the game, which is shocking. But it's also like a really, really old wooden roller coaster. So, alright, what are people thinking? I feel sick, I feel sick, I feel sick. I need to go to the bathroom. Alright, we need more turtlets. Turlet. Turlet. Huh? Oh yeah, we got the circus. Yeah, that's a good spot. What's funny is the circus used to be called, I think the Ice Show. Because it was supposed to be like, you know, ballet on ice or whatever. But they changed it to just circus. And then in the American release of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, the twist was still called the, it was called Scrambled Eggs, but they changed it from Scrambled Eggs to just Twist. The pirate ship was just Swinging Ship, which is funny because the Swinging Inverter Ship is still called the Swinging Inverter Ship.
Something crazy.
What's up?
Remember I told you I was watching that video of, it was based on that fucking Gore video that everyone, you know, speculated to be AI. Just because, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, oh, Gore videos don't fucking exist. They exist all the time. People make them like nothing. Some of them weren't even intended on being one.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the fucking, that one in Vietnam, the one I was thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
where it was a genuine fucking smut film.
Snuff.
Smut? Fucking snuff.
Snuff film. Smut films
Yeah,
is
smut's
what
CJ likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't even respond right now. Their mouse broke. They're like, they can't even use their computer right now, so I feel bad about saying that. Oh.
No, I would say the other one's more smut than like anything that we've ever accused them of watching. I was like, yeah, they're flicking the mouse, and I was like, no, that's worse.
No, I said,
Uh,
I asked if they needed a new one, and they just said, no, you don't need to buy me a mouse. And I just said, no, I have mouse contacts, and then I just sent them a picture of a mouse girl or a rat girl from Reddit.
there are extra ones around here.
Yes, there are, and they work mostly. Um, there we go. Yeah. Oh man, that line already filled up. That's wild.
Oh, you fucking turd. So much bull.
I'll fix that in just a second. I need to go get a beverage. Oh wait, no, I don't. I have one here. Better.
Fuck even.
There we go. That's better. So, the reason I'm picking this and not just one of the other tracks is, as you can see, the merry-go-round has Die Regiment Skinder, Children of the Regiment, or Die Regiment Skinder, Serenade Operetto 21 by Johnny Hakens, La Belle Espagnoli, Traumfart, Tales from the Vienna Woods, Slavonic Dance, Stars and Stripes Forever, Das Alpenhorn, Bella Bella Bella, Bella Bella Bimba, The Blonde Sailor, Poet and Peasant Overture, Waltz Medley, Petersburg Schlittenfart.
The shitting part.
Petersburg or Schlittenfart. There's a, I forget, I think fart just translates to like path or something. Hang on, let me look it up. There's like boat. Oh, drive. Okay. Yeah.
It's about rice. It's about flour. You stay hungry, you devour.
But yeah, the merry-go-round was always like one of my favorite rides to build in this, just because it has a different music than anything else in the game. Nothing else plays the merry-go-round soundtrack. I think anything could play Dodgems Beat now. Right? Yeah. Yeah. That one was always really cool too, because the merry-go-round and the bumper cars, those were in the game since Roller Coaster Tycoon, like the original release, before all the other music was added. So nothing else could play any music. But if you opened up if you had like one of the rides that could play music, it would just play it. Like you couldn't turn it off. And then I believe it was with Loopy Landscapes. If not, it was with Corkscrew Follies. Um, which I think was just called Added Attraction. One of those was just called Added Attractions, but they thought that was kind of boring. Um, eh, 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 but anyway, yeah. So it would just put it in like the guest thing because it's related to the guests. But all it really does is just occasionally make them go, "Oh, the music is nice here." Um, but it also means that you have something else other than just crowd chatter and screams. Um, funny thing about the crowd chatter, mind you, this is one of the games that I'm super autistic about. Shocker. Um, but there's about, I want to say it's like 15 seconds of crowd chatter that was cut, weirdly enough. It's only in the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not in Deluxe, it's not in Loopy Landscapes, and it's not in Corkscrew Follies, and it's not in Added Attractions either. Don't look it up, I already did. Um, but yeah, there's like about 10-15 seconds that just isn't in the audio anymore, and it also didn't carry over into Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, which this is a Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 map that's running in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 because they're basically the same fucking game. I see we have a third viewer. Hello, whoever you are. You've been detected.
Fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm using a health thing.
Oh yeah, avert your eyes because I'm gonna be spinning the camera around really fast. But the audio is also it's spatially aware. So if you do this, it should. They can't figure out like what direction the merry-go-round's coming from. These two shuttle loops are hideous. I need to change them. Here, because I care about my friends. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. What? Pastel pink and icy blue. Yay! We did that to like 3 different roller coasters. My friend and I were playing. It's honestly like they're nice colors. It's so quiet.
What?
The merry-go-round when you zoom out.
The merry-go fuck.
Ah, yeah. So that's actually a really good. It's actually a really good point that I can point out how this path thing that I did works. So as you can see, these two paths they lead to the same place, but because a lot of the guests are just wandering, there is a chance that they'll break off the path and go
Oh,
down this
fuck
one
me.
instead of going straight down this. Whereas basically the entire park has to go through this walkway to get across. Which means that probably most of the people that are here are going to say, yeah, it's too crowded here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second bridge. It'll be like a Mr. Rogers and look at that second bridge we made together. I fucked it. Now this one's gonna be a problem because I built this path too close to this, so I can't really build a good-looking bridge. Or can I? I can. And see, even though it doesn't really connect back to the path in a satisfying way, it's still there, which means it's another route for people to walk around on. Instead of being stuck on the on that bridge right there. So basically just anything you could do to break up how many paths there are. And it seems a little claustrophobic at first, but as people start filtering onto like this bridge and this bridge, it gets way easier um, to manage where like all the people are and everything. There's like the thing that a very talented YouTuber, Marcel Loss, the thing that he tends to do is anytime he builds a roller coaster, he always surrounds it with path. That way he knows he's not going to have to find a way to like snake a path underneath a bunch of stuff or whatever, because he already knows like the boundaries of that roller coaster are surrounded by a path. There's always going to be a point to like attach new stuff to. Which is pretty smart. And I clearly did not do that. I tend to build a lot more freeform. And I build a lot of like what's the word? Templates, blueprints instead of building my own tracks. Oh, sick. There we go. Now we'll put this right here. Now, this can't be as tall as the other one because you know it's got to come down. So if we let's see. How's that? Is that too much chutzpah? Nope. Let's try that. That might go over the top. And if it does, it'll blow the hell up. Nope, not even. Wait, who's badooping me? This boy just get hacked. I bet he did. A dude that I'm friends with on Discord. Intensity rating, very high. Excitement rating, 3. Yeah, that's cool though. Meep. Meep. Sorry. There we go. Why are you in the path? I'm not going on launch free fall walls or anything. Okay. Touch the cow. Do it now. Does grape mesh better? Yeah, it does. We'll do white, red. So we'll just call this like World Trade Center 5, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
I'll do black and red on that. No, red and black. Yes. And this will be white. Oh wait, no, that's just white on white. Fuck it. There we go. Cool. By the way, WTC 5 is the building that was next to the Twin Towers that collapsed, I think. Or is that 7? I don't remember. It was one of yous. Look at that. The goal was 1,400 guests in the park. We're currently at 1,700. Once the advertising campaigns end, it might go back down. Yeah, there's a lot of people on these paths. Too many for the park, I think. The man is thirsty. Oh, he's got a beverage. Right. It's too crowded here. Oh, my ice cream! Yeah, here we go. Here's another place where I could actually set up a little. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just in bliss right now.
What?
I'm just so happy to be playing this. I think that's a... Isn't that the stand-up twister? Yep. I could build another twister that just uses regular twister trains. It would be slightly different. Oh yeah, check it out, Matt. It's Doppelganger. The right I was telling you about.
I can't.
Okay. I can't really find a good place to build it. Yeah, I'm not building Doppelganger. Wait, I can build one of the user submitted rides. Ah, here we go.
What is it?
Well, I was building Doppelganger, but I can't find a good place for it, so I just nixed it.
You should put it going through like the men's restroom.
It's not a doppelfondler, dude. I always like to build like fun shapes in my queue lines too. Begs the question, why didn't I do it here? I don't know. That's a really long queue, actually. That's too long. Too long. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Fuck! Ah, damn it. I fucked it all up. Okay, there we go. That's not too long. Oop. There we go. Got a new roller coaster. We call it minecart bullshit. Somebody puked on the path. We're not even supposed to be able to do that. Oh, oh. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. We already got a corkscrew. Don't have a classic mini anywhere. Oh yeah, there's something kind of interesting. Side friction Ron 1 is just creaky dips, and Roman Racers is also just side friction 2. They just got actual names in RCT2. Which you can see down there, it actually points to where it is in my files. So it says like the Steam library, Steam apps, common, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, tracks, Roman Racers, and then you look at Side Friction 2, which is again the same thing, and it says Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe tracks Side Friction 2. Side Friction coasters are actually really old. They're so old they don't have upstop wheels. Which an upstop wheel is actually a wheel that's on the bottom of the track that's kind of hooked underneath it, so that when you go up into like a hill, you don't just fly off the fucking track like that right there. Thanks to the invention of upstop wheels, you don't just go right off of that. The train actually hugs onto the rail and just goes up and over. But that is why you get that airtime, that weightless feeling, is because I called this minecart bullshit, and it's the rats. It's not even minecarts. Never mind. Got it. Mouse bullshit. There we go. Did it? Oh, I just sped up the game. Oops. Oh wait, no. Better. Rat shit. Yeah. That's it. Nope. Oop. 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 What was that? Turn invisible. I can't tell. Oh, it's the water. Okay. That's why I couldn't tell. God, it's nuts. I have 40 grand. Weekly profit. We dipped by $7,000. What did I build? It wasn't this. Oh, it was all the advertising. That's right. Oh, what's available? Souvenir store. So there's actually a glitch in Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe, or just Roller Coaster Tycoon, I guess I could say, and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but it got fixed in Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, which is the same as OpenRCT2, except it's not as good. But basically, because of a weird logic error, your guests, your peeps, as it were, they could not navigate the park with the park map. What they needed was the cuddly toy. That would tell them where to go. Not the park map. As strange as that is. Oh, that guy just threw up. Tower 1 has broken down. It's actually kind of interesting too, because it used to be that and the launched freefall, which in original Roller Coaster Tycoon was called the Woe Belly.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is also what I say whenever I see large women. Um,
Whoa, girl.
you're all right, girl. Anyway,
Easy there.
easy there, Belly.
Leave that slash alone and head over to the sand.
Could I interest you in a salad? I didn't think so. Here's some more cake.
You're alright. To be fair, some larger women are more fun.
Yes. No, there was a post that some asshole made where like this girl had like a little like belly pouch, you know, and he just was posted about it. He's like, no matter what I do, I can't get rid of this thing. And it's like, how about you see if she wants to get rid of it or not? Step one. Step two, like, it's just there. Like, it's just like skin. Quit complaining. Um. Also, if you don't want it, I will gladly take it. Our wife. There we go. Did I unlock it? Oh, cotton candy. Cotton candy. Oh, I want to say it was Joel from Vine Sauce was talking about how he used to be scared of the cotton candy man because it just looked like some creepy demon thing. I like how quiet it gets over here. Give it a second. Where's the train at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just home. So I'm pretty sure those actually don't have the extra frames that they should. Maybe they do. I know this doesn't. Like you can kind of see the cars on the looping roller coaster, or steel roller coasters technically. You can see that they kind of just jump into place, like they're like boom, 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 as they like roll over. It's because there weren't that many like in between frames for the sprites. The game also had like a really low sprite limit, um, to a point where if you had too many things in your park, whether that be rides with cars, um, handymen, and mechanics, I almost said engineers. This isn't TF2. Uh, like if you had too many just things in your park, it wouldn't spawn extra peeps because it hit the sprite limit. It couldn't spawn extra peeps even if it wanted to. Uh, Also, one of the really handy things that OpenRCT2 has is the highlight path problems thing, um, which shows you how much your park is fucked. Uh, like this one's pretty bad just because like these handymen are like it's just two of them covering a decent amount of path really. Um, Arguably, I could like split this up into like 3 or 4 different sections each. Probably should, but I think the scenario's almost over. I just realized I don't have anybody watching these other bridges, so oops. Oops. There we go. Then I'll just have a floater and have this guy do all of this here. So he's specifically just going to be minding this bridge and the path around it. And number 8 can watch this bridge. And 10, 11, 12 would just be floaters. There we go. Yeah, that'll work well. More trash cans, actually. I didn't even notice it was raining.
Is it?
In Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh no.
Oh yes, because that means profit. Because umbrellas are $20 and they will buy them.
Give me $50, don't stop showing your kid.
Where's the money, Lebowski? The kid getting baptized? I said there, let me take another look. Yeah, I want something so yellow it hurts. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's too crowded here. What queues are too long? What? Oh, Ratchet has too long of a queue. We need a bonus monkey. Can't call him that no more.
How the fuck do I get that?
That's a very good question.
I'll never make it there, but... What's up? Yeah, right?
One of the entertainer options is a pirate, and I named him Captain Peg Peter. It's pretty good, right?
It's fucking stupid.
Very proud of it. God damn, that guy's just going to town on that fucking hot dog while watching the roller coaster. Just throating half the damn thing, and that thing's as big as his head.
So you just let yourself into the park or what?
You can do that in RCT3. You actually like. Oh no, that's Planet Coaster where you have to make your avatar because then they'll show up in your friends' parks. But in RCT3, you can just make custom people, and they'll show up in your parks. Which is cool because then you can have like a little tooltip to follow around. It was actually meant so that you could like make yourself and whatnot, and just be like, "Look, there I am in my park." And I believe Chris Sawyer was a consultant on RCT3, but he wasn't like fully involved. I don't remember the politics behind it, but Um, Haley might. I did stream Planet Coaster, and you could see the difference in skill level between me playing this and me playing Planet Coaster. Like, I'm way better at this. To be fair, Planet Coaster is a lot more, in depth. Um, I mean, like Planet Coaster, like you can open up a little snack stand, and you have to decide whether it's going to be burgers, hot dogs, nachos, ham sandwiches, funnel cake, whatever the fuck, right? And this is just there's your hot dog stall. Um, and then even then, Planet Coaster. Say you're selling hot dogs. Do they have relish? Do they have mustard? Do they have onion? Do they have ketchup? Do they have cheese? Do they have this? Do they have chili? Blah 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 blah. It's just fucking hot dogs in this. Not only that, but if you set it to like customer choice on the toppings and whatnot, but you have like too big of a menu, the people will complain. They'll be like, I don't know what to get. And it's like, dude, just pick
Oh,
one.
fuck.
Yeah. It like
Oh, the hot dog. The Latino in my mouth. Oh.
like
Oh.
there's the thing that like Jeff Arkery got in trouble at like one of his jobs that he worked at. He was working in like some office, and he got sent to HR because somebody said that he was harassing this girl that he worked with, because he would just walk up while she's like doing her job or whatever, and he would like kind of float around the office and stuff, as one does. When you're like done with your task, you just kind of float for a second and then get back to something else. But he would go over there and she had a bowl of Starburst, and he would eat like a bunch of them, and he would just be like, "Get more of the pink ones," like, or he'd be like, "Oh, there's too many yellow ones in here." He didn't realize that those weren't for everybody. He was just eating this girl's food, basically, and then taunting her about it. Um, and she wasn't the one that complained. It was somebody else that like knew what was going on. But then it's like, why are you complaining? Like, if she's not complaining, to be fair, like, she should have complained a long time ago because he's eating her food. But, ow. That was coming out of a yawn. Sorry.
Just like you were singing.
I was singing, but I was also coming out of a yawn while singing. So.
Oh, fuck.
I misread Ropey Rapids. I thought it said something else.
Ropey accomplishment. Never mind.
Too high for sports. Look at my nads. Ow, my ankle.
Bink, 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 bitch.
Can I just flatten all this out? Or is that going to be too high for Grapevine? Oh, look at that. One thing that I always do, because I hate when it's just like rocky dirt nonsense, so what I like to do is I like to do one of these. There we go. That's nice. There we go. Dude, Grapevine just lost so many of its supports, but that's okay. Hello? Oh, Just a Reddit alert.
Do that shit again, boy.
Oops, forgot to open it.
Don't really care what the scrapes about. Be the last thing you hear.
Wait for shit! Look at that, look at all the people piling it. That's just offensive to the eyes. Like me when I take my shirt off. Or apparently when I wear a salmon pink shirt. Because that's the same
What's
thing.
up?
I said that the light watercolor on the Rapids ride was just offensive to the eyes. And then I said, like me when I take my shirt off. And then I said, or apparently when I wear a salmon shirt. Shut up. You laughed too hard at that. And I'm going to cry.
You're crying yet?
Are you smoking yet? I'm renaming this park. Because I can. Forget Funtopia. This is Fucktopia. Because that was the thing that Haley and I were talking about. Because I think, yeah, I told you we played a little bit of this together. Just to see if it was working, and it was. But, she's like, yeah, I used to name my rides swear words. And then my mom would walk by and I delete them. I don't think she said that part. I think I added that. Yeah, no. She was like, I forget what it was that she had said about like how the like what she would do whenever somebody would like see her rides or whatever. But yeah, I would yeah, I would just name my rides like random swears as well. One of the best rides I ever built ever built was I called it the Flush, and it was the steel mini roller coaster, which I think of this is just called like the classic mini roller coaster. Yeah. And I used the rocket cars, and I painted them brown, and it would be trains of like two or three of them. They almost look like sausages, but they also just look like poops. Um, and I would just build a really tall coaster, and then set up a helix that just went like down, so it looked like a toilet flushing. I was very creative. And and then like after that, like it was just like a regular coaster and everything. Um, and then I surrounded it with toilets. Um, that continues to be one of my most crowning achievements is naming a coaster the Flush. Um, I remember I built it on Bumbly Beach, and I built it before Big Show or whatever the fuck that roller coaster is called. But yeah, it was really fun to do. Uh, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Habata, shabadoo. What's the company value here? 33 at a third. 331,000. $400,000. Oh, that's when the advertising campaign ended. That's right. We ended on an odd number. Yep. Damn it. That's fine. Hey, log flume. Another water ride that's too damn big and I can't make fit. Um,
Yeah,
ugh,
yeah.
that was too fast. There we go. This just makes everybody look like crackheads. Sure, they're at this park. They are. Do I have a 999? Yeah, look at that. Riding high, 999. Awesome. The defuculator is broken down. Uh, but yeah, like, let's see. I made the flush. I made some crazy rides. Like the flush was probably like the one that I was the most proud of. Um, just because I thought it was hilarious, and I still do. Um, uh, but like, let's see. I had built a boomerang like defibrillator there, and I was really proud of that because I didn't know how to do it when I was a kid. I was stupid and I didn't know what I was doing, but I managed to build one. I was really proud of it. I built something similar to Grapevine. I think using the hypercoaster. It didn't have all these like flips and everything because the hypercoaster kind of sucks for that. But it could go really really high. Um, I think this isn't a hyper twister, is it? It's just a twister. Yeah, just a twister. Because there's twister and then there's hyper twister. But yeah, yeah. Uh, but yeah, I built like a big giant hyper coaster. Um, and I was really proud of that one. I thought it looked cool. For whatever reason, every time I launch the Build Your Own Six Flags park, it freaks out the game and it starts like dying. And if it doesn't just outright if it
Oh,
doesn't just
fuck me.
outright like just crash the game, it'll actually like that will blue screen my computer, or it'll just completely crash, or my like video drivers will fail, which is weird considering this game isn't like graphically intensive by any means. But yeah, it would just randomly just like hurt and die. But it's only ever on that scenario. I've it hasn't happened on knock on wood, but um, as I knock on my groin. Um, but uh, but yeah, like it hasn't happened on any of the other scenarios. So I think it's just the size of that scenario and like just how much stuff is in that one because there's a lot. But that one used to be like my favorite just because it was the closest to having like a um, sandbox mode just because it was such a giant map. Um, and like you could just do whatever on it. And I would kind of, like Disneyland, how they have like, Fantasyland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland. Um, I would do that where I would have like specific zones that had like specific kinds of rides and theming and everything. I was shockingly good at like establishing a theme park. Um, like I mean, goes to show like this was something I was really into for a long time. Still am, if you can't tell. But yeah, uh, I found out from my grandmother actually. Um, one of the few times that she opened her mouth and it was something interesting to hear. My dad, because he lived in California when he was younger. I should say they lived there, because it's not like he was just solo out there. But yeah, they all lived in California, and California, you taking a shit? Yep. Um, but uh, but yeah, so they lived in California, so they go to Disneyland every now and then. Like, bear in mind, it was dirt cheap when he was going, um, like in the 80s. So, but like when he was there, he would like, well, I guess it wouldn't have been in the 80s because he was already like a teenager at that point, but younger than that when he was younger, he'd get home and just draw. He would draw Disneyland, like like a map of it. Even though they have park maps. Like he's not stupid. But yeah, he would just sit there and draw Disneyland. Um, and so like I think he just found us in we found this at like a thrift store or something. Or no, I think we got this at like the original release of it at like Walmart or something. And at the time, like my parents were just flailing looking for anything that I might find interesting, so I stopped, peeing on family members. Um, and yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon was one of the things that I just vibed with, and I would just sit there and play it for hours. I was terrible at it when I was a kid. Like again, I built like two or three like really good rides, and I was very proud of them. But for the most part, like I would just max out the loan because I wasn't managing the park well. So I was like tanking money. And then I'd max out the loan and I'd keep having to pay interest on that loan and I couldn't build anything. So the whole thing would just go under. Then I would just nuke it and start over. But let me see. Is there litter? Is there highlight path issues? Or are we on top of it? Yo, they're on top of it. These guys are doing great. Vomit! Um, but yeah, so um, like I would just play this just nonstop. Um, that's how I know that there's like that like 10-15 second bit of the crowd music or crowd sound, like just the crowd chatter, um, that isn't in the game anymore. And I've seen people talk about it, but like nobody knows why it got cut out. Like there's just no real explanation. It's not like it saved on space or anything like that. It really didn't. This game is already super compact because of the way it works. Um, but yeah, so it's just some random thing that I had noticed. I had noticed it a long time ago too. But yeah, one of the things that I usually would point to is my mom heard it too when I, be playing this nonstop max volume. Um, was there's somebody in the crowd that it sounds like they say Dora, 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 and that's just not there anymore. There's that. There's. It sounds like somebody says, "Look at those." Um, and occasionally, like, um, you might have heard Zach say it once or twice. Where like, if we're playing something, I say like, "Look at that" or "Look at those." Like one of us might go, "Look at those." That's why. It's because of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Um, and then there is a sound that's still in the like crowd audio. There's like a weird like laugh that just goes into like a, yeah, I think I just heard it, but it's just like it's such a weird noise. Um, but yeah, like there's just these little tidbits of stuff that you can pick up in the ambient crowd sound. Um, and me being, a freak, I would pick up on them. Common yew tree. Bless you. Level up
Thank you.
your wood cutting. I
I
haven't,
go. Lord.
I haven't played RuneScape in a while, actually. I should hop back into that. You into that, Matt? Play some RuneScape? Get some RuneScape tree cutting action going on? Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
I used to plant a lot of these because they were my favorite. These the Arizona cypress, which is like a thin boy thing. And then you got the Italian cypress, which is a thick boy, and then the Lombardy
Be right
poplar,
back.
which is also a thin boy, but it's a deeper green. So I used to plant like those because I always thought they looked cool. I thought they worked well together. Um, Scots pine. Yes. Cedar of Lebanon. Golden Hinoki cypress tree. There it is. I don't think there's any of those normally in the park. What is that one right there? European larch tree. Where's that at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that one's not in Forest Frontiers, I don't think, but the the red fir and not the Norway spruce, but the Caucasian fir. That's what it is. The Anglo-American fir tree. The Heba tree. This is again just me just stimming basically. Cactus. I always thought these were kind of cool too. These fountains. I'll build these sometimes. Even if they're not like you know, the dolphin one's a little shorter. It didn't bother me. I liked it. Um, this you could only place it in water. Weirdly enough, because there's like a water plume. I think there's one in the middle of Lucky Lake or Leafy Lake. Sorry. Um, but yeah, you couldn't place it in the. That's weird. Why do I have those? Nothing uses that. Like there's. I have scenery that I can unlock. We'll max out the funding, see what we get. Also, there is one cheat that I'm gonna use. And it's to mow the grass, just because I can't stand the freaking, like, the weeds. But that's, like, the only reason I have the cheat menu up, is just so I can do that every now and then. I've been so dialed in on yapping that I didn't think of it. But, yeah. So this game was just, like, the cornerstone of my childhood for a very, very long time. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, look at that. That's one tile further out than that is. I never noticed that. Or if I did, I don't remember. Yeah, this side I know is all wonky. That always bugged me. How like this side's like basically totally squared off, but then like this side's all fucked. It's just all goofy. Why did Minnie break? Fucking. Why did Mickey break up with Minnie? Because she was fucking goofy. There's that picture of a like. I just got so loud I heard my mic crackle. Dude, this is starting to like upset me. So I keep getting a freaking text from Uber going, download the Uber Pro Card app and complete your account to set up to get started. I have tried to set it up and it just says can't do it. I have tried to get a code sent to my actual phone number, can't do it. Like it says it's sending, no code. Just broke my keyboard. I'm so mad. Oh, I don't get it. But slow the game down a little bit. There we go. Or should we? There we go. Let's see. Any path issues? God, these guys are just killing it. Look at that. Barely anything. And what is there is totally manageable. There's like 3 or 4 things. Wonderland theme. Wait. Is it? How about that? Why is that in here? That's so weird. Why is this in here? Like, I don't think that's part of one of the other sets or anything. Huh. Yeah, the Wonderland theming goes really well with the Cheshire Cats. I don't think I have those, do I? Let's see. Gentle rides. Oh, I do. Yeah, the car ride, I was like building the car rides because it was like I loved was it Autopia at Disneyland. Um, my my parents took me and my well, the family went, right? And my parents were in one car, and Kyle and I were in the car behind them. And it was on like a track, like it was on a guided track, but you could turn the wheel and it would kind of bring the front end of the car over to the side a little bit. It wasn't going to turn off the track. It was, a metal track that was, bolted onto like a roller coaster track, right? But you could turn it and it would kind of lean the car one way or the other. So I had the wheel and I'm just swinging it from one side to the other, and you just hear like gum 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 gum, and it's just it like almost snapping off the thing every time. But what Walt Disney lacked in his um you know appreciation of Jewish people, he made up for. No, he didn't, but he did have one hell of a semblance of like make sure this thing doesn't fall off the track, I guess. That being said, he did say some things. I think he was Jewish too. Excuse me. I think wasn't Walt Disney like partly Jewish? Get to the bottom of these things. Was Walt Disney Jewish? Oh no. There you go. According to Google's shitty AI thing, no, he was not Jewish. He was born to a father of Irish Canadian descent, a mother of German English descent, and was raised in a Protestant household. Walt Disney was a supporter of Jewish causes, hired numerous Jewish professionals. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Um, sorry, I'm reading about Walt Disney. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So it's kind of funny because, I mean, that is the running joke that you know, the thing on Family Guy when they're like, oh, they unfroze Walt Disney's. Are the Jews gone yet? But yeah, then you got apparently H3H3 had tried to say that like he was notably like anti-black and anti-Semitic, but like it's one of those things where he's just like a product of his time, you know, and like nuance is hard to put forward when you have somebody from nearly 100 years ago. Um, like another prime
H3 is fucking bad and retarded though.
yes, that too. Um, like another great example of that would be Ulysses S. Grant. He hated the way that slaves were being treated. He hated the way that a lot of people were being treated. But he also signed a thing that basically made it like I forget what it was. Like uh, you couldn't be Jewish and a banker or some shit like that. It was some big middle finger to Jewish people, as if like that's uncommon throughout history. But he ended up repealing it, and he actually hired like a bunch of Jewish people into his cabinet and everything because he was like, oh, that was actually really fucking stupid. Um, but yeah,
Hassan would be alive right now, fucking loser.
Hassan.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said he would be alive. I was like, was there like a question if he was dead? Um, the fact that after he like shocked his dog, the response to that wasn't like, oh shit, like that's awful. Well, obviously there was a lot of people that are like, that's fucking horrible. Um, the like bulk of the response from all the like chicks that only watch Hassan because like they think he's handsome. Um, Or I guess I should say hot. They don't really say, they wouldn't really say handsome. They just want to jump his bones. Um, but like, the amount of them that were like, put that fucking shot collar on me. What the fuck you zapping the dog for?
Him and a lot of his like fangirls, I'm sure, are fucking disgusting.
Yes. Um, however, I understand like separating the art from the artist, and if you want to flick your flaps to something, that's fine. Just acknowledge what you're flicking your flaps to, is all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I only have one cotton candy stall. This will not do. There we go. So actually, same thing with like the roller coasters. Building more uh, stalls actually increases how many guests are in your park as well. It's a lot less than the roller coasters or even the flat rides, but it does have a slight difference. And it follows the same rule where if you have more than one of the same type of stall, each one after the first one has less and less of an impact. To a point where like if you had like just millions of pizza stands, right? After a certain point, each pizza stand only adds like one guest to your guest cap. Um, as Marcel Voss had described it, the soft guest cap, which is basically like once you hit a certain threshold of however many guests are in your park, the game will actually generate less guests because you know you've grown and you've grown to a point where now you can handle X amount of guests, but um, at any point throughout like all the stuff with the park, the number of guests is always a little higher than what your park can really handle, so that you have constant, a constant push to keep growing. Um,
Bunch of Adgers got in a fight downtown 2 hours ago.
Many of them die.
No, but it's you can't even call it much of a fight. It looks like two stick bugs fucking going at it.
Awesome. There we go. So just by adding that, that's actually also going to break up some of the crowding and everything. Oh yeah, you can see where the mow grass is starting to dissipate. Um, let's see, where are people saying it's crowded?
Your ass.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. First of all, what you said, but also, right as you said in your ass, the merry-go-round broke down, so it's It was funny to me. That's back up. Bap, 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 bap. Ba-da-da-da-da. Yo, spooky. Yo, Mr. Bones! Did he get a yellow band on his hat? Yeah, Mr. Bones! There we go. Bop. Boop. Sneaky Mr. Bones is. It still amazes me that somebody actually managed to create a roller coaster tycoon creepypasta. Mr. Bones Wild Ride. No, they're all shit. Every creepypasta's dog shit. Like there's
There used to be good ones back then.
Yeah, there were a couple, but like the one with the what was it, Godzilla with Red, when like he beats the fucking like make believe Godzilla monster, and he goes, "Not this time, fucker," and Red, as he called it, just turns and looks at that shit. Just broke down again. And my flowers are dying. Um, yay. But yeah, he like turns and looks at the guy through the TV or whatever. That always cracked me up. And then he's dude, that whole story, like, it's it's not terrible, but there's parts of it that just knock it down a couple pegs. Um, the thing that always bugs me about creepypastas is it's always like, oh, my sister died in a car crash, and that there's a car in the game and it hit a girl.
We were going to go see a show, and then my sister died. Then we buried her with the tickets.
Yeah.
I never saw the show.
Or like, oh, my sister loved Pokemon and then she got eaten by a bear, so we, buried what was left of her with a fucking copy of Pokemon, and then this copy of Pokemon Black showed up, and there's a ghost in it, and your Pokemon don't faint, they die.
Yeah, I just woke up covered in piss. I think someone pissed my bed. Got up. Coincidentally, they also pissed my pants.
I went to sleep and a clown rested his nutsack on either side of the bridge of my nose.
Covering my eyes.
My gaping jaw.
And then the bear came back.
I'll mark it here. Doesn't notice I pissed my
like the
fucking
texture
pants.
of Pikachu. He said Pika Pika, and then my dad fucking blew its head off with the Mossberg.
And then it bled at me. It turned hyper realistic.
Yeah, he shot it and it bled everywhere, like in the creepypastas.
This is so stupid.
I was shaking my head around until the blood went to my face and I started bleeding from my nose. It was very spooky.
And then it looked at me, but it was like it looked through me, and it saw into my soul, and it said, "You're ugly."
My mom sat on the couch with her morning wine and cigarette.
My mom hit me in the head with a rake.
I don't think it was my mom. It looked like her, but I wasn't sure.
I think it was Slender Man.
Wait a minute, these aren't her Marlboro Blacks. Those are Slender Mans. She only smokes Reds.
My mom used to smoke the Marlboro Gold Pack. Yeah.
I told my mom's new boyfriend Tyler, who doesn't like you when I call him stepdad. He was asleep with a needle in his arm. I think she stabbed him.
I called him step deadbeat.
He uses my bike to go to work in other places.
This is so bad.
Fucking better than what they put out there.
You're not wrong. Year 3, October? Yeah. Damn, I'm counting down the minutes. Alright, just...
Oh my god, Fruit by the Foot fucking creepypasta.
I'm sure there's one out there. Oh, hang on. Do another one.
Yeah, that they called Fruit Foot. Not because he was gay, but because he liked the candy.
I know there was that clip. It was one of those like spooky videos, and it's supposed to be like, somebody encountering a skinwalker, and then they just straight up fucking hit him in the head with like a board. That fucker went down hard.
Well, there's that one fucking like Indian dude who does stuff like that.
Oh, the like Arab dude?
Yeah.
Where there's two different hats. But the guy that's like he's like in the house and like the doors start rattling around. He's like, "There's a jinn in here." And he just like runs up and he goes, "Bismillah!" And he just kicks the door and it stops rattling. But he just has his friends dressed as little ghoulies and they're just like jumping around in the background. That's what I should play on stream. Fucking Grab by the Ghoulies. The fucking main menu is just Grab by the Ghoulies. Yeah, yeah.
You should have like the producer to TLC on here and like Grab by the producer.
Oh no.
Yeah, because one of them, I forget what fucking show it is. The one with the midgets, or little people, if you will.
Little people, big world.
I have no idea. They owned a farm or something, and the son, who was also a little person, got like idly held by like one of the producers, and they were like, TLC producers never do that. Well, not all of them.
Was it Jared Fogle on TLC?
I don't know.
What's hilarious too is I thought for a very long time that like he just switched his vice. Like he just went from enjoying, hamburgers to enjoying boy butt. Nah, he was always a fucked up. Like he was always like a predator. It's just he couldn't catch him. He was too fat.
Yeah, I had a feeling that he was just a fat predator, and then he lost weight.
Yeah. The children
He's
are
still a
fast, but
predator.
Big
He
Bird is
just lost
faster.
weight.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, whenever you strict. No, never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Nope. Wait a minute. Um, but
Yeah, it's funny because like there's only a few people I'll make fun of because like a few of the ones that we like to make fun of, they like to fucking sue because they're big babies. But yeah, the ones that we don't, fuck them, I guess,
I hate you,
because
dig them.
their biker gang dad will fucking attack you and stuff. Fucking pussy. Again, like it's alright to make fun of Jared Fogle, the goddamn dude who made Jeepers Creepers. That dude who isn't Dick Wolf, but he's part of the show.
Dan Snyder's another one that I tend to make fun of. Rightfully so. Dan Snyder's a fucking deviant.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Like, dude, all of it was so out there and just nobody fucking noticed. That's the fucking depressing thing about all that. Is that was all just out there. Like, dude, bear in mind, like, the fucking main logo for Nickelodeon was an orange footprint, and nobody even thought twice. Like, he was just such a like front runner slash showrunner for Nickelodeon. They didn't even think of it. I always like doing this with the
I mean, apparently a lot of them knew, but it was just like, he's the one bringing the money in.
yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, even then, it's not like they cared. They fucking, they had a guy with a lesser role who was a pedophile who was on TCAP. And, they moved him over to Cartoon Network, or I think Disney, and then he came back.
Yeah. Well, they didn't move him. He just moved. I'm sure they canned his ass. This doesn't strike me as something where they just do a trade on their guys. Like, I know the cops do that when somebody keeps killing people. They just move them to another city. That's the fucked thing. That they do that shit.
City. Yeah.
Shuttle Loop 2 has broken down. Oh no. Why nay? But God, look at all the people in the maze. That gets them off the road or off the path. There's still so many people on that main path. Or main bridge. They are ants, Bill. But yeah, like, look at the thing with Drake Bell, right? Yeah, Drake Parker is his character. Drake Bell is the actual dude. Like, he got outed for like being a fucking deviant. And by no means am I saying it's okay, what he did, but like, hurt people tend to hurt people. So, like, by no means am I condoning it or excusing it. Like, I kind of understand why he'd be fucked up and he'd be like, yeah, this is what's appropriate, because shit just sticks with you. Like, I've had enough fucked up exes that, like, what's up?
Look at your chat.
You fucking cocksucker. I don't want to get up right now.
Oh, is there some more?
I'm glad you finally figured out how to do it.
How to do it.
How to do it.
Oh yeah,
He's the best guy around. What's up?
The thing that bothers me with that is like he is a predator.
Drake
he
Bell?
came clean, but with that being said, everyone who's like, "Oh my god, he's such a baby. Oh my god, I feel so bad for him." It's like, yeah, I feel bad, but here's the thing: stop fucking downplaying it. Like, he did what he did, and that's wrong. If we go back and listen to John Wayne Gacy's story and all that shit, are you gonna be like, "Oh, poor baby"? No.
Remember,
Fuck no, dude.
don't forget, his dad hit him so hard with a broomstick he knocked him unconscious.
Yeah. But
When
that's
I
what I'm
told you
saying.
that, you fucking lost it.
That's what bothers me about a lot of it. Because, I mean, like, same shit with Drake. Drake's a fucking groomer, and then you still got people that are like, I'd fuck him. Oh my god, he's daddy. And it's like, you are fucked in the head. Like, just terminally fucked.
Isn't Drake like 50 now?
Essentially, yeah.
How old is,
No, he
how
acts
old
like
is
punk all the
Aubrey?
time. Yeah, like, again, that's just, like, what
Oh,
bothered
no,
the
he's
fuck out of
39.
me.
He's almost 40. Okay. Aubrey
Remember, you're
Drake
almost
Graham.
30, but he's almost 40.
Yeah.
Again, like, that's what I'm saying. It's always bothered me, that shit, where it's just like, yeah, he did this, but,
But
you
he's
know,
hot.
he looks like this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
okay.
that circles back to the Hassan thing. That's why I think it's a lot easier for people to hate on fucking Asmongold, because the dude just looks ratty.
Also, he's just fucking stupid.
Yep. Um, or like hating on Mr. Beast because the dude has like that smile that doesn't reach his eyes because he's a fucking sociopath. Um, like I don't care how much he says he's helping the world or whatever. That dude's got bodies. Like I wouldn't trust him. Wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him. Um. Shabatu. Dip dip up. Bip dip. The
Oh,
best
your
value
stream
park in
froze,
the
by the
country.
way.
What?
Your stream froze.
What did it?
I mean, hold on.
I just haven't moved the camera for a minute.
Alright, no, that's good.
Look at all the ant people. Oh, my tinnitus. Oh. Alright, hang on. I'll be right back.
You should play Bully.
I'm gonna mute my mic so it's not big enough. Alright, I'm back. I grabbed the water. Can I please have a water? Oh no, it's the jar of water that makes you say the N-word. Please. That's gonna bug me more than it should, actually. Excuse me. There we go. See, I could pack more into this park, but why? Down the hatch. I got the Slim Chickens jar with the water in it. Sorry if you can hear the gulpery. Also, I'm mad as hell. Nobody left me a sausage, so I took the other pork chop. Just one of each for everybody. God damn it. This chair. I like how I say I took another pork chop and then the piston starts failing in my chair like I'm a fat ass. Hey, it's almost the end of the scenario. I don't, knock on wood, but my handymen were so on top of everything that, like, I don't think there's been a single incident of vandalism. It's number 8. I need him to do this too, because it's gonna keep getting messy. There we go. Yeah, you can see the animation where he takes the trash out. Boop, boop. Wait, does it? Oh, yeah, it does. I didn't even really notice that. That it's just a grayscale version of the regular path. Yeah, the only thing that's really, like, been going on is just the, oh, hats. And balloons. I didn't even open balloon stalls. Random color. We'll make them cheap as hell so that people buy them. The end of the scenario was always one of my favorite parts because all the peeps let go of their balloons. So they all start floating upwards. It's really cool. One of the best parks that had it was Sugarloaf Shores in the Wacky Worlds expansion. Because it's based on Sugarloaf Shores in Rio, and more broadly in Brazil, and because they didn't have the thing where it just give guests a random color balloon, like what would happen is, like, you would only have, like, if you were opening balloon stalls, normally most people would just open the same color balloon stall every time, so you just have everybody walking around like red balloons, blue balloons, because it defaults to red or blue or green or yellow. Whatever color you say that the building is, that would be the color of balloons that they sell. Same thing with the hats, same thing with the souvenir stall with the umbrellas, and then similar thing with the information kiosk. The only difference is you can't see the umbrellas on the information kiosk. And t-shirts. T-shirts was the other one. Sugarloaf Shores, when you won, it's just everybody would let go of their balloons, and it was such a huge, just like boom, all these balloons flying up. It's coming up in a second. I have the game slowed down to regular speed, so it should look kind of cool when it happens. I haven't sold a lot of balloons, but also there's a really cute thing where when you finish, all the guests turn and clap for you. And you can probably hear me clap just now, but slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Yeah, it's coming up in like a day. Bye bye. Yay. Um, yep. One more day in game. One more score, and we will have won Funtopia. Or I guess Fucktopia, because I changed the name of it. Because I'm childish. There it goes. See? Oh, I turned the game audio down so you can't hear the cheers, but yeah, they all cheer for you too. And look, you can see all of them clapping, and they gradually stop clapping and they, get back to whatever they're doing. Um, but yeah, if I zoom out, you can see all the balloons. And there's a really fun thing that you can do with the balloons, or you just, there you go. Yeah, you can pop them. So that was always like my favorite part of it. Not even because like everyone would have to buy a new balloon. Um, but just because like I love it, just always looks so cool. Just the wave of balloons that would pop up. And that was like the only reason I liked to play the Rio de Janeiro um, scenario. Was just for that. Oh, I forgot to pause it. Fucktopia. But yeah, if I go to new game, Wacky Worlds, where is it? Sugarloaf Shores, there it is. Yeah, so it's got the jungle drums and everything. But yeah, I turn the camera around, you can see there's just balloon stall, 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 uh, balloon stall, balloon stall, and I think that's all of them. Yeah. So there's just so many balloon stalls in here. There's also an elephant guy walking around the road. I think this is one of the only ones where you can build road path. Oh no, you can't actually. How about that? Anyway, yeah. So this one was. I thought the map was really cool, but the problem that it has is that the map is so huge and it just has all these dead ends because it's supposed to be Rio. Um, but yeah, also the rides in Time Twister and Wacky Worlds people didn't like because they're just, you know, sprite switches. I'm not kidding, there's like a million different variations of the scrambled eggs or twist, whatever you want to call it. There's this one that's a coffee cup ride. There's one that's a Tommy gun, and it's just like a Tommy gun spinning around with like casings. It's on the uh, Time Twister. Really? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Wacky Worlds came before Time Twister, but the like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 like combo pack came with Time Twister. Weirdly enough, I think Gemini City or I think the Future World stuff has a. Does it not? Hang on a second. Let me see. Inventions list. Move all items to top. Uh, let's see. Throw rides. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Weird. But yeah, see, it's a hover car, right? It's not a hover car. Um, like, uh, I think this has a, yeah, it's a B movie giant spider. So sorry if you got arachnophobia. If you have arachnophilia, you're welcome. The blob from outer space, because it's like all like, you know, um, it's supposed to be all, you know, 60s, 50s into 60s, like, you know, flower power and all that. So it's gonna have all the B movie stuff. But yeah, the B movie giant spider is just like, um, it's just a big bug. Yeah, it's rotated around a giant B movie spider. So if I, there it goes. Yeah, see, it's literally just meow with this stupid spider. Um, let's say, mythological madness. I think this has, yeah, it's got the Poseidon ride. There he is. Same thing. Neptune and I think it's actually called a Poseidon thing in the thing, right? Isn't it? That's a thriller. Oh no, Neptune. That's weird because it's supposed to be Greek. Hence the Minotaurs and the or Cyclopses rather. There's the Minotaur. Roar. Pegasus. You got are there Argonauts somewhere? I guess not. I thought there were. Oh, you know what? That's on where is it? Not Mythological Madness. Animatronic Antics. Yeah. This one was always like I always thought the map was cool, but or the scenario, but I didn't like the like I didn't like to play it just because like I didn't want to build anywhere on it because I was like this is all so cool. Like I don't want to fuck with it. Um, but yeah, it's like all these different like just things. Um, really cool roller coaster too. Um, but yeah, see, it's just a it's I think it's a hyper twister. This should have the name of it. Yeah, it's a hyper twister. That's just the Cerberus trains. And then the lay down roller coaster is the Harpies. The vertical drop roller coaster is Valkyries. Um, and I don't know if there's one of those in here. There's Harpies. I don't see one. Um, oh yeah, you got like animatronic Jason here and some Argonauts. Or is that just an animatronic Argonaut? That's just an animatronic Argonaut. And then I think animatronic Jason's over here somewhere, right? What I also thought was weird was like, so as I'm sure you saw, it says animatronic Argonaut, right? Um, animatronic Medusa. Men turn to stone. So it says that, but then there's a good handful of the like animatronics, if you want to call them that, that the the thing moves and everything, but then like not that one, but like it doesn't say animatronic, so they didn't even keep up with that to make sure like that's all unified. Also, this food court is attached by like an underground path, and I always thought that was kind of rad. There's like this random bath thing. I think there's oh, there's the big fight. That's where the big Argonaut fight is, and there's the big all-seeing eye right there. Yeah. So like all this stuff, I was always like, oh man, that's so cool, that's so cool. And then I wouldn't want to build anything on this because I'm like, I don't want to fuck with it. There's a forbidden fruit tree. Look, there's a snake in it. There's a snake in my tree. It's telling me, hail Satan. Um, but yeah, some of the maps were like really cool, and the like the scenarios are cool, but then like the stuff that they added, it's just they didn't really add anything. Um, like Coaster Source is another cool, like the scenario is so cool, right? So you have like this park, right? Here's your park, except not really. You know why? Because here's your park. You have construction rights over all of this right here. So you could build over this canyon. And matter of fact, you have like a roller coaster that's built into the canyon. But the problem is that when your guests walk in and they pick up a park map from the information kiosk, which they're gonna do, of course, um, they they're say somebody walks in on this side and then they're immediately like, oh well, I want to ride the observation tower, 24 or whichever one it is, right? And they can't do it. Um, or like they'll come in on this side and go, well, I want to ride that roller coaster because I'm not interested in the fucking dinosaur egg ride or whatever. Which by the way is another twist variant. Where is it? Right there, dinosaur egg ride. Uh, you just ride around with Dino Mommy. Well, I'll put it in test drive so you can see her. She's and the best part is like she's like checking on her kids. She's just ah! Yeah. So that's one of them. Yeah. Riders ride in pairs and themed seats are rotating around an animated mother dinosaur. I never really noticed the baby dinos are also moving around. But yeah, people didn't like the like just sprite flip things. Um, Sherwood Forest, another great one. It's the medieval one. Um, like the Trebuchet ride, it's just a gravitron. Um, but I think it's because the building itself is so different. Yeah. It counts as like a separate ride. Um, but it's just like the if you want to call it the gravitron or whatever, it's the thing that rolls you. Um, I've seen it called a like a top spin as well. Um, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, yeah, there it is. So weirdly, all of these were also like they were marked as separate rides. So like this would be the battering ram coaster, even though it's just the spiral roller coaster. It would change the name when you load it into one of the maps. That one is the bobsled coaster. But instead of just regular like bobsleigh seats, it used these big rats for because Black Death, because it's medieval. Um, and then Steeplechase also had Jousting Knights, and it would say like Jousting Knights roller coaster instead of just Steeplechase. Um, it bothered me more than it should. But yeah, one of the weird variants was the American or the North American, I should say, variant of um, uh, the wooden roller coaster cars because yeah, I never really noticed this is in a big bowl. It's kind of cool that you could buy land on this one. I never really did. Um, but uh, but yeah, like uh, I don't know. There's a lot of fun stuff to this game, but then the expansions to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, people just didn't really have a. Oh, yeah, that was saying should play Bully or Meat and Fuck Kingdom. Make that one park that had all the injuries. Action Park, I think. I could. I, or I don't know, because a lot of it was water rides. So if I had like Planet Coaster 2, I could, or if I was playing on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, because it had like, you know, water rides and stuff, more than just a log ride and the dinghy slide. Dinghy slide was always one of my favorites because for whatever reason, the dinghy slides just blow the hell up. Um, but anyway, yeah. Uh, I know this is kind of a short stream. I know, uh, like, uh, the Skyrim one was also pretty short. It did get a blue screen at death, or I did rather, so that's partly why. But yeah, we'll be back at some point. I think it froze because I tabbed out, but yeah, I'll just stay on this so it's not just sitting there on a frozen screen. But um, but yeah, like I'm not the first to bring it up either, but Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, yeah. What do you want? I don't want a sausage right now. Just give me the fucking sausage.
No, I can't hand it to you, dumbass. It's on the grill.
Why are you trying to grill? You don't know what you're doing. You also used dirty tongs, dumbass. No, you didn't. You didn't wash them well enough. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. No, Roller Coaster Tycoon has one of the best learning curves of any game I've ever seen ever. Even beyond just saying like, park builder games, even beyond saying tycoon games, even beyond just saying like simulation games. The learning curve of Roller Coaster Tycoon is amazing. Just the way that it does everything. Like Forest Frontiers is such a simple map. There's barely anything going on. It seems like 250 people is a lot of people, but it's really not. And then like Dynamite Dunes is for the most part like it also shows you like what you can do. So like Dynamite Dunes starts you with a roller coaster that goes underground to basically show you, hey, you can fucking do that. Leafy Lake kind of teaches you like, hey, water is a thing. And you'll try to build up and over the water, and then you realize, oh yeah, um, the land is, it's low ground under the water. So the supports get really expensive. So you start building everything like in here, which is fine and dandy, but eventually you have to move onto the lake. You just have to. And then like Diamond Heights is another great one because it shows you like this is a park that already works. Like it already has ride variants and everything. It's taking what you already know and showing you how to do it right, basically. Not only that, but it also teaches you like um, it teaches you about ride synchronization. I was just telling Matt about this earlier. So agoraphobia and claustrophobia, these aren't real rides, by the way. These don't exist. But they're synced up, these two rides, and it's agoraphobia because you go up and over this big open lake, and then claustrophobia because you go underground. But these two roller coasters sync up, and if you go to the options, you can see right there, synchronized with adjacent stations. It's the same thing I did with the uh, shuttle loop. But then you look over here, and there's Doppelganger. This was another ride that I was telling Matt about. And Doppelganger is actually a Mobius coaster. So if you watch these cars, like this one's on, the far side, right? But you'll see at the end, the far side goes over, and the near side currently goes under. And what ends up happening is this train ends up at this station, whereas this train or this track ends up at this station. So what ends up happening is you have a coaster that feeds into itself and then syncs up with itself. So like this game just teaches you this shit without a huge tutorial. Like the tutorial normally just launches you into Forest Frontiers and just teaches you like this is how you build things. Um Evergreen Gardens is another one where it's like you have scenery everywhere. And it's also like it if you didn't learn it before, you're gonna learn it now. Building on top of trees, um, or like removing trees costs money. Uh, Also, these paths are a fucking nightmare. Like they're so ineffective. They're in all kinds of bad places. Like this big like ramp thing that literally goes nowhere. All it does is reconnect to this right here. So you could literally just cut all of this and you would be missing nothing. Like you don't need it. Um, this whole area is just like there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, and of course there's nothing here because it's a garden. It's a big it's evergreen gardens. Um, and so like it kind of teaches you like, hey, if you're not gonna build stuff everywhere, you need to just delete that path so that these people don't just end up over here when all your rides are over here, right? And then you get to freaking Bumbly Beach. It is an inevitability that this roller coaster, Big Dipper, will crash. It will, no matter what. At some point, the brakes in the station are going to fail. And when they do, the train is going to come into the station too hard and too fast, and it's going to slam into the other one and blow the hell up. So this basically teaches you, like, hey, rides can crash. And this is actually the first one that you unlock, too. Um, and then, like, from there, it's all just, like, applying all that stuff again and again and again. And testing you, too. It's awesome. Dinky Park. Look how fucking tiny it is. Make it work. Um, let's see. Thunder Rock is another one where it's like, build up on the rock because there's not a lot of space to build around it, and then build stations on the rock and have roller coasters go into it. But then you realize, oh, if a roller coaster is underground too much, it's considered inside and it actually gets a penalty to how much people like the roller coaster. It's amazingly well done. And I appreciate when games have a very good learning curve and teach you things step by step by step. Not only that, but like at the end of like once you've done everything, right? You get Mega Park. Here it is. Just for fun, have fun. And it's all themed out and everything. By the way, that's Leafy Lake. There's a hill somewhere, I forget where. That's the exact same thing as I think it's this right here. This is on both uh Evergreen Gardens and Forest Frontiers. There's copy and pasted hills and assets and whatnot. Like this whole thing is just Leafy Lake. It's just cut off. Um, but then, like you go into the expansions. I think it's in this one. It might be in. Is it in Loopy Landscapes? It is. Weird. Yeah. So like that's Mega Park, but then you go to Mega World Park and you start playing it, and then you realize, oh, this is the same fucking thing. this is literally just Mega Park, except they filled out all the rides. It's really weird because like it doesn't make a lot of sense for like this to be like because you could see like where is it? Yeah, all this right here where the steeplechases go underground. Those little like bits where it's raised so that they can go through because it has to be like a flat surface, or a flat wall. You can see those in Mega World or in Mega Park. Like all this right here to like make room for Purple Peril. Same thing. Like this cutout for the exit path on Steeplechase 2. It's there. Viper. Uh, this right here is still there. Like all of these little tidbits of like the rickety rocket. Um, all of these things are in the game in some facet. Uh, or in the original Mega Park map. Um, it's really weird. Oh, and Mega Park also has a spinning roller coaster, which those cars are actually. This dude did a deep dive on it. God, I wish I had the name of his channel. Let me see if I can find it. I already said something about Marcel Voss. That's definitely a good channel to look at. But every flat right RCT. J Natty Boy. JNATTYBOI. He did a series of videos where he basically went through every ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 because a lot of the rides that were in RCT1 carried over into RCT2. And there's basically just one coaster car that he couldn't say like definitively this is where it came from. And it was this. It was these spinner cars. And the reason why they actually ended up getting taken out in RCT2 is because they're not based on any one um, roller coaster car. The reason why they're shaped the way they are is so that they can match up with a rotation for their sprite, nothing else. Because they were trying to simplify how the spinning car would work. They ended up using a different type of spinning car with the spinning wild mouse. And this originally wasn't in OpenRCT2 because it wasn't in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. When OpenRCT2 first came out, all the stuff that got changed between 1 and 2, it would just default to the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 variant of it. Like another weird thing is like the um, uh, wooden roller coaster didn't have banked downward or upward turn. You couldn't do it, which is weird. Um, uh, Also, almost all the ride photo things throughout this are actually from Mega World Park. Like that one right there. I think that's right there, I believe. Let me see. Oh no, it's not. This one it was. Unless there's another one somewhere. But that's Viper. That's this right here. I think it's that part right there, actually. Yeah, right there. The stand-up coaster. I think those are those are both the stand-up coasters, and it's not those. The wooden roller coaster, I believe, is a custom design, but yeah, a lot of these actually came from Mega World Park. And then some of them also came from Hyde Park, I believe, no, it was Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is a real place. Where'd it go? Right there. Yeah, this is a real park. Also called Pleasure Beach Blackpool. Yeah, that's real. Another let me see. Yeah, I've been here. This is in Dallas. CJ, if you end up watching this later on, which I probably won't, and if not, I don't blame you. But yeah, some of these rides don't exist anymore. Lava Bora, that's not there anymore. I forget what it is now. But that thing used to crush your nuts. So as you can see, it goes up a chain lift, right, and then it drops into these like half pipes. These half pipes, there's no rail or anything. It just slides around in there like the thing's on wheels. But then it has these brakes so that you don't go flying off the damn track. But you could always tell when it was a car full of guys because like the thing would break and you just hear all these guys go, oh, because everyone just gets mashed, you know. Uh, and then with anytime it was a car full of ladies, they just scream because they're like, "Whoa, we're getting stopped really hard." Oh, Texas Giant doesn't exist anymore. Matt loves the new name because I told him about it. It's not called the Texas Giant anymore because it was redone by Rocky Mountain Construction. They made it into a hybrid coaster, which is in the game now. The OpenRCT2 devs made it, but it's not the Texas Giant anymore. It's now called the new Texas Giant. Colossus at Magic Mountain isn't Colossus anymore. It's Twisted Colossus because it being a hybrid coaster, it can twist and roll and technically loop if they wanted it to. Cyclone, I believe, has also been changed into something else. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, basically, Rocky Mountain Construction went around and a bunch of the rides that were at Six Flags parks and at Cedar Fair parks, they redid with iBox steel. And I believe I can, yeah, object selection. If I do hybrid, yeah, see, there it is. So these were actually made by the rails themselves and the trains were made by the OpenRCT2 devs. And unfortunately, there's no real like patterns or anything or like blueprints that you can copy. Um, but yeah, so it being a hybrid coaster, it has enhanced mobility and stuff, so you can do all kinds of, weird stuff with it. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised I actually got that right. But yeah, so ooh, I've never seen that. The launched lift hill. Yeah, so that's like a booster. Um, and zero G roll. Look at that, like boom, bam, bam. Um, and yeah, it's got barrel rolls. So you can actually do like a full barrel roll, or you could do the one that that um, Iron Rattler has one. It's almost like this. I hate it. I hate this part of the coaster so much. But basically, like, it can roll, and it does. You go fully upside down a couple times. But at one point, it starts to roll, and you're fully, like, horizontal, right? You're fucking horizontal. And then it just sets back. But it does that for, like, it's literally like, boom, bam. Like, that's how long it takes for you to be sideways. So it's really disorienting. I don't care for it. Which, I mean, that's probably the point. But anyway, yeah. So Magic Mountain's another one. This one's in California. Like I always said I was going to end, and then I'm just, like, autistically gushing about everything. My dad rode Colossus. It was one of his favorites. I don't think he rode the Goliath that was there. I don't think he rode X2, or X for that matter. He rode Ninja. I remember that. He told me about that. He rode, yeah, there's Ninja. He rode the Runaway Mine Train, or Gold Rusher. That's what it is, Gold Rusher. Yeah, he loved the Gold Rusher. This one, this is actually kind of interesting. So the Escape. So way back when, this ride was just called the Escape, and it's a vertical free fall. So it just goes up and back down. And these are all like booster tracks, right? So, and they're also brakes. So the weird thing about this is basically the only ride that is technically a tie-in with DC because Six Flags has the deal with DC. That's why they have like Superman and Batman and everything, and Flash, Swashbuckler. But this got turned in from the Escape into Superman Escape from Krypton, and it actually has Superman standing in a Superman pose, fucking horizontal, just looking at you when you get up there. Because originally, like they had him standing up on it, but then you get to the thing and you're looking straight up because it goes vertical, right? So all you see is just his underbulge, and you're like, that's gross. So they turned him around, so he's just kind of looking at you. um, but yeah, oh yeah, one of the weird things about the Colossus track is the station. It's not a regular station the way some of the other tracks are. Like, let me see if I can find one that has the station built in. Yeah, there we go. So this tidal wave here, it has the pagoda style entrance thing. So it adds like a pagoda thing to the entrance as well. And, like I could change it to like the abstract, and you'll see it change. See that? But the where's pagoda? There it is. All right. Yeah, Colossus doesn't have that. The stations are made out of like geometry from this. See that? Like it's just a regular plain station that doesn't have a cover or anything. Um, but yeah, so like all this is just made out of like walls basically. But the cool thing is that part of the station is part of track one, and the other part of the station is part of track two. So if you go to build it, if you want to build it in one of your parks, like you can see there's parts of the station in the blueprint. I'm like, if I find a plate, there's. You can see it like it's raised up because it's compensating for the mountain that's in the way. Oh, maybe that's what they call it that. But you can see like the cover for the queue line and everything. I always thought it was really cool. And if you build that in your park, it literally like snaps into place. It's really cool. Also, Colossus is just a fucking nightmare because of this thing right here, where it just is going way too fast. So right here, I think they ended up like taking this out or changing it so that it slows down a more natural way than just having a huge section of brakes. But yeah, just does that. And there was another roller coaster. I can't remember which one it was. Was it in? Was it one of these? Was it Great Adventure? It might have been Great Adventure. Yeah, Rolling Thunder is another one where it's two tracks. There's Medusa, which, um, yeah. Oh, here, yeah. Nitro. So there's a couple of rides that actually have the exact same layout, basically, with like a couple subtle differences where like the coaster bends a certain way that it doesn't on other ones. They do that a lot. Um, the Goliath that's at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, they renamed it to the Chupacabra because they felt like it shouldn't be called Goliath because it's not the same pattern as the other Goliaths. Which you'll notice that's called Nitro, and then if we go here, back to Magic Mountain. Oh wait, it's not that one. But yeah, there's a Goliath there, and then I think is it Holland? Yes, but no. There's another Goliath in Holland. That's a different coaster entirely. Um, there's also like this whole section should have stuff in it. There should be a path that connects, but it just doesn't because it was like a branded tie-in thing. Is it Belgium maybe? Oh, it wasn't Belgium. But that's got the Calamity Mine, which I believe ended up. Yeah, it's one of the mine train coasters that you can build. Um, was it Six Flags Over Texas? It was. Yeah. Yeah. So this Titan model is actually very similar to one of the Goliaths, I believe. But yeah, they started changing the names of all the coasters and everything because they were like, well, why is this one Goliath and this one's Titan? But then this park has a Titan and a Goliath, and it doesn't match either of the other ones that have a Goliath or a Titan. It's all over the place. But yeah. Anyway, there's your history of Six Flags parks. My life is in shambles. Hyde Park is weird. I think it's technically Hyde Park. One of these immediately broke down. Oh yeah. All of these are named like their actual names. So like this one's called Marchen Fart. This one's called Canal Fart. This is called Gratenblitz.
Did you ever make Action Park?
No, I didn't make Action Park. That would take forever.
Did you even look at the?
Rice and cracker. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you asked me to play Bully and Meat and Fun Kingdoms. Cafe Tas and Carousel. I believe that's actually supposed to be
Gay porn.
no, it's supposed to be a Teacups ride, but Teacups
Oh,
doesn't exist.
excuse me.
Nostalgic Carousel. And that's just supposed to be an old-fashioned carousel. Verdecka Carousel.
So like, what's it called? I tried it. It tastes kind of fucking bad.
Yeah.
And I feel like puking even like right now as we speak. I don't need to, but I feel like it.
What'd you eat? Oh, the protein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna taste like the Nutter Brothers, like it said, but it fucking tastes kind of bad.
Yeah. You want me to eat it all for you?
Still,
You want me to destroy it?
not particularly, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Grottenblitz. This is actually supposed to be like the mine ride that ended up in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but they didn't have the means to make it. So what ends up happening is this just picks up enough speed to where it can get itself through the station, and then by the time it's going through the station, it has enough speed to hit this chain lift and get a little faster, basically. But yeah, I think it's supposed to do multiple ride. Oh no, it doesn't do multiple circuits. I'll be damned. Okay, yeah. So it's supposed to be like the mine ride, which I don't know if any of the parks have it. I think you
You
could. Yeah,
better find out.
you could build an electric field, I believe. Yes, there
You
it
better
is.
roll on.
Yeah. So Mine Mania is kind of a small roller coaster, but it does 2
Excuse me.
laps, which you can see here. I'm gonna speed it up. So yeah, no chain lift or anything. It just goes. Because the rails themselves are powered, so it actually goes straight through the station and does a second lap of the track because it's fast. It doesn't have a chain lift, so it doesn't have that slow chuck build up. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I'm autistically rambling again. But what?
I was just about to call you a retard.
Yeah, dude, I love this game, man. I really do. If you can't tell with me incessantly chattering about it, even though I said, "Oh, I'm tired. I can't fucking keep streaming." Like I know it was short, but I'm sorry. We'll come back another day with a longer stream as I break my chair. But yeah, I really do just love this game. The spirit that's in it is just awesome. I know that sounds gay as hell, but like I don't know, like some people would probably say this game looks like crap. Like the isometric, graphics didn't age well or whatever. I think they aged fantastic. This game is a MILF, is what I'm saying. Um, but what?
Huh?
Anyway, but yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, this game's just awesome. If it goes on sale on Steam, like you don't need me to sing its fucking praises, but go fucking buy it. Like it's totally fucking worth it. What?
No, I thought you were just like, you don't need me to tell you, but go fuck yourself. Like,
That
what
too.
the
Go fuck
fuck,
yourself
dude?
and buy the game. Like it's
Sounds-
totally fucking worth it. I used to play Transport Tycoon. Uh, I saw some some group of streamers where they did transgender transport tycoon. Um, and it like uh one of these girls just is like, oh, I want coal. I need coal. And somebody goes, oh, there's coal like west of like Germany because they're on like a European map or east of Germany. And so he goes, isn't that Poland? And they go, Poland, more like Coland. And this girl almost got kicked out of the group. Like it was that fast of like, oh, we'll kill you. Like she just got kicked off the island basically. But anyway, yeah,
Was it that bad?
it was it was just such a bad joke that everyone was like, shut the hell up. um, but but yeah, yeah. This game is awesome. It's really fun. I will more than likely be playing more of it, and I might play Transport Tycoon if I end up grabbing Open TTT or TTD Transport Tycoon Deluxe, um, which is made by the same guy, because he made that because Chris Sawyer is also super autistic and loves trains, and then he was like, oh. If I make it about roller coasters, I can basically write off all these trips to roller coaster parks as a business expense and bill micropros for all of it. And be like, I'm doing research. So he did that. He went around the world and went to a bunch of parks, mostly around Europe. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I'm actually gonna close the game so I don't get distracted anymore. Uh,
For your next stream, can I game?
yeah, if you want.
I want to play a horror game.
Yeah, if you want. Uh,
Ask the viewers what do they think.
Nobody's watching right now.
Just ask. Just ask.
I'm not doing that because it's gonna be you commenting. But
No, it's not. Come on,
uh-huh.
like ask just once.
No. Yes, we could play a
ask the
horror game.
audience.
I'm not gonna
I'm being a
ask the
horror.
audience that's not there. There's two people watching and it's you and me. Yeah, fuck you. Um. Anyway, yeah, we could probably play some horror games or something. What? Good job. You're something else. I'm not even gonna hit deny because I don't want you to get fucking like yelled at by Twitch.
Can I just delete my message?
Probably.
Oh no, it doesn't let you.
Yeah. I have to choose to allow or deny it, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. But it's a slur for those of you that can't see it. It's
No.
it's on Twitch, so it's going away anyway because it's not gonna be live anymore. But yeah, good night everybody. See you at some point. I don't know when we'll stream again. It's Saturday. I'm gonna sleep. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow. I don't.